Welcome to Out of Touchstone, a film review series that looks at the past through the lens of the present to see where the future of cinema was heading. Okay, before we get too far into this episode, now's a good time to hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and tap that bell so you can add to the notifications blowing up your phone. Continuing our look at 1996, we're now in mid-July on the release calendar. 1 month earlier, the Chicago Bulls had claimed the first of their eventual second three-peat championship of the 90s. Somehow that math works out. The Bulls swept the Orlando Magic in the conference finals. It wouldn't be the only time in 1996 that Michael Jordan would outshine Shaquille O'Neal. While Jordan's feature debut in Space Jam wouldn't arrive for another 4 months, Touchstone was betting that Shaq's popularity and the previous success of an animated Genie would draw audiences to theaters first. Spoiler alert, it did not.
Shaquille O'Neal is Kazaam. He's been a genie for 5,000 years, but he's never met anyone like 14-year-old Max Connor.
I own you.
Technically. Now, two guys who don't see eye to eye are about to butt heads, and the sparks are about to fly.
Next time you do that, I'm donating your brain to science.
Shaquille O'Neal, Kazaam, rated PG, starts Wednesday, July 17th.
Shaquille O'Neal had just finished his 4th NBA season. He was an all-star, a pop culture icon in the making, with a personality as big as his height. 2 years earlier, he showed legitimate acting promise in Blue Chips. He wasn't just an athlete making a cameo, he was sharing scenes with Nick Nolte and holding his own. That performance, combined with his charisma and commercial appeal, made him an obvious crossover candidate. Now, the lucky finder of Shaq's magical boombox is Francis Capra. Capra had appeared in Free Willy 2 the year prior, and I was surprised to find out that he would go on to play the role of Weevil on Veronica Mars. It's easy to see why Touchstone greenlit Kazaam. The NBA was at peak popularity, Shaquille O'Neal was marketable, personable, and larger than life, and if you're a studio in 1996, that feels like a slam dunk. But here's the issue. Shaq works best when he's playing Shaq. Blue Chips grounded him in reality. Kazaam takes the personable Shaquille O'Neal and for the first half of the movie makes him a jerk. Not what audiences want to see. Later that year, Space Jam would succeed in part because Michael Jordan played a version of himself inside a cartoon world. Shaq, meanwhile, was pulled completely out of his element. Sometimes it's best to stick with what's known to work. Kazaam opened July 19, 1996, the same weekend the Summer Olympics kicked off in Atlanta. When the entire world is watching elite athletes compete on the global stage, it's tough to convince audiences to watch a genie rap about sneakers. Box office totals were down roughly 35% from the previous weekend. The top 4 films held their spots, the 4 new releases slotted in behind them. Kazaam landed in 8th place, 1 spot behind Multiplicity, which may have had an unfair advantage when it comes to ticket sales. And it wouldn't hang around long, staying in the top 20 for just 3 weeks before disappearing like a genie after 3 wishes. Speaking of wishes, I'm guessing the executives at Touchstone Pictures wish they could have had better reviews. On Rotten Tomatoes, Kazaam holds a 5% critic score and a 21% audience score. Shaq's free throw percentage was way better than that. Roger Ebert gave the film 1.5 stars and noted it felt like a live-action version of Aladdin. Disney was releasing the second direct-to-video Aladdin sequel the same year, which led Ebert to question why Touchstone needed its own genie story in the first place. And Ebert acknowledged Shaq can act, but suggested given 3 wishes of his own the next time, he should ask for a script, a director, and an interesting character. That may be harsh, but remember, Ebert was from Chicago and a Bulls fan. Kazaam feels like a movie made in 1996 for 1996 and only 1996. Like Phenomenon, it feels locked in amber, a cultural artifact aimed squarely at kids who had Orlando Magic starter jackets. And that's not to say it's bad, it's just not very engaging. This earns the ever-popular 1996 Out of Touchstone rating of Channel Surf. You might tune in to see Shaq as a genie, but once he starts rapping, you're going to see what else is on. One of the strangest afterlives of Kazaam isn't about the movie itself. It's about a movie that never existed. A Mandela Effect is when a large group of people share the same false memory. And for years, people insisted there was another genie movie from the 90s called Shazam, starring comedian Sinbad. There wasn't, but the memory persists. Kazaam is real, Shazam is not, and based on reputation and popularity, you might think it's the other way around. If Out of Touchstone had 3 wishes, one of them would be for a Touchstone to have at least one 1996 film that truly holds up. Crossing our fingers that happens soon. Next time, an Oscar-winning director returns to acting and a former sitcom star calls the shots. Until then, the tapes were rewound, the video stores closed, we're out of Touchstone.